Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. The master noticed that the tantric worshipper among the devotees, there was a tantric worshipper. Tantric worshipper had a vermilion mark on his forehead and said, I see he is branded. Sri Ramakrishna, he has put a vermilion mark on the forehead, a tantric worshipper, red color. And Sri Ramakrishna noticed it and is telling, oh, he is branded. Means each denomination in Hinduism has a particular mark. I belong to this class. Now Vaishnavas, they have this a kind of gopi chandan, they say. It's a yellowish mud, smooth, fine mud available, and it is made into small cakes-like pieces. And every day on the left hand they put a few drops of water and rub it and put on the forehead. You can see in the ISKCON people wearing that mark on the forehead. So it immediately, I belong to this. I am worshipper of Vishnu. God in Hinduism, God can take any form as per the likings and their own nature decides. Now, a soul is born with devotional heart as predominant. He goes to God through love. One who has a strong intellect, who can renounce things at will. He will go in a way that his willpower is very strong. He can concentrate, he can do anything with mind. Because through willpower he controls everything. Then he goes in the path of yoga, especially the Patanjali Yoga part, sutras. And another who has intelligence to penetrate into the realities, discover things. Such person will approach God through his intellect. And he passes through the Jnanapatha. And each has his own nature. Either he is this or that. So all that counts. So what is his nature? How can he approach? Because he has the tendencies, he can change the tendencies. Whole life spent in changing my nature. The heart predominant, a devotee can take up the Jnana Marga also. He has to change whole of his nature, bring intellect again and again in place of heart. Wherever heart draws, it wants to love. He will bring intellect and change the nature. Oh, this is all duality. I become I'll be captured here. Things like that. You go on telling to mind auto-suggestion and bring the intellect into, but whole life is spent in changing one's nature. Instead of that, utilize whatever is your nature. If you are intellectually strong, take the path of jnana, search with the intellect. If your heart is strong, the love is predominant, then go by the path of devotion to God. Love of God, ecstatic love of God, where you forget this world and body and God can reveal Himself at that time. in whatever form, in whatever way you like. One person was going somewhere, so many calendars were hung. In India, calendars are always associated with the God's pictures, forms. Now, while going, he saw a Rama's picture. It was so attractive. Suddenly, his eyes fell on it, and he wanted to buy that. He went, and then he bought that. And he is not able to remove his eyes from that form because of its extreme beauty of that. And the same picture may not be beautiful for others. He may have attracted, because the concept of beauty is entirely different from one person to another person. In a gypsy woman, a person can find some beauty which attracts him. And in a beautiful, what the whole world calls as most beautiful, he may not like it at all. So individual tastes have some record of the old things, what he has passed through, and what that soul has experienced throughout its journey from life to life, that decides what is beautiful and what is not beautiful. So each has its own nature of selecting the beauty also. Some are afraid of certain forms, some are not afraid. Like a cub of a tigress. He loves tigress, he is not afraid of tigress. His own mother. So that cub, similarly, tiger is not afraid of its cub, though they have nature of killing other animals and eating. But you see, a crow, you can see its baby, it loves its baby crow, and baby crow loves its. Any other beautiful animal also comes, a peacock comes also, it is frightened, it runs away. Most beautiful may be threatening to a particular species. Other may be attracted by it. So like that, the beauty. So they have their own nature to select various forms. And this person selected that particular form of Rama and took. And daily, while meditating, you might meditate on that pleasant form. And whole his nature started changing. One side is moral perfection he is striving for, because Rama represents Satya Dharma, truth and living according to the laws of nature, perfect morality. So that started slowly manifesting in him. Another side, all love on all beings. Rama was a king, looking upon all his subjects as his own children. So that kind of love and compassion and strictness towards the one who harms the good people, demonical, suppressing them, opposing them, and he has strength and capacity, and he has to exercise because he is belongs to a kingly prince or a king itself later on. So that those aspects slowly start manifesting. Whatever object you love, its nature we acquire. Thakur says, Shyam says, Jamon bhav, temne labh. As you approach, these qualities start manifesting to you. যে যার ধ্যান করে সে তার সত্তা পায়. Whoever meditates on a particular form and nature, it acquires those natures. Ganesha has his own nature. Durga has her own nature. Meditating on that, we acquire that nature. So that now the indicator, I belong to Shaivite, they will have ash put on the forehead. It has two significances. Now Vaishnavas use mud. You fine bluish, yellowish colored, pink yellow, not deep yellow. It is little less than the lemon yellow. That mud is mud, but it is mud. It reminds body, its body. One day it's going back to its source, the mud. From mud it has come out. Into mud it goes back. Don't have that ego or the pride of your body, or don't misuse it. That again reminds it is going to be destroyed. It's going back to its source. Similarly, Shaivites, they use ash on the forehead, horizontal 3 lines. It reminds, oh, the 3 bodies are there. You have 3 bodies, but in the end, only ash will remain. Nothing of this body of no use. If it is not used for evolution, if it is not used for realization of God, it came and it went. It came from some source and went back to the source. So it is destructible. Don't have pride. Don't keep that ego. So this has 2 aspects. One, it may reveal I am such and such, this one belonging to a particular denomination. But the spiritual significance is there. Whatever you see is impermanent. Don't worry. Take the realization of God and transcendence of nature. Whatever is my inner nature, driving me, forcing me, compelling me, that I have to transcend. Whatever nature imposes on me, from that also I have to escape. So these 2 aspects are clearly brought out to meet. So this is what we see here, that Sri Ramakrishna is, he is branded. Means he belongs to. Sri Ramakrishna is so vast. He doesn't want to put any mark on his forehead or claim, I belong to such and such group, because he belongs to all. All are, just like all paths to God are accepted. First time the world, after Krishna's Bhagavad Gita, where he promises, ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanu vartante manusha partha sarvasha. Or whatever way people approach me, in the same way I respond to them. Somebody comes to me calls me mother, I behave, I respond to them as mother. Somebody calls me father, I respond to them as their father. Somebody calls me friend, I go to them as their friend. Whatever way they approach me, in the same way I respond to them. And all are following the path which I have set for each of them. Mama vartmanu vartante, anuvartante. I have whatever path that I have selected for them, that they follow, anuvartante. Manusha, Partha, Sarva. Whichever man is, wherever belong to whichever place or race, I give them, they intuit them from within to go in that path, and I approach them. I give them whatever they need in their life and even realization of God. So that system, now Sri Ramakrishna is, the vermilion mark is, Sri Ramakrishna is accommodative of all things. all religion, and every religion, every path. In Hinduism itself, how many paths are there? All paths he passed through the 64 tantras and all the Shaiva, Vaishnava, Dvaita, Advaita, Vishishta, Advaita, whatever denominations, whatever philosophies are there, he passes through and on everything he puts the seal. Yes, this is true. Seal of validity. Yes, this path leads to God. This path leads to God. And he highlights the essentials in them. There are two aspects, essentials and non-essentials, in every act, in every religious direction. There is the essential part. Now, we ask someone to go and bring milk. Milk is not available anywhere without a container. Without a container, you can never find milk. Nobody will give you milk. You cannot, if you don't have a container, or if they don't give a container, they cannot give you milk. It flows down on the earth. So, container must be there with the milk. But container is not milk. The container is there only to accommodate, hold that milk. So, milk is primary, mukhya. And then this one, container, is inevitable, but it is there. It is given up. Now, essential is milk, non-essential is container. Container can be any type. It can be plastic cover, it can be steel vessel, it can be golden container. It doesn't matter anything. Anything it can be. But it is not essential. Milk is essential part. So like that, in religion, instruction, there are essentials and non-essentials. Worship, suppose. Worship in the beginning, we follow detailed worship according to scriptural injunctions. We follow it. But later on, when love awakens for God, all this will drop away. Its purpose is over. Sri Ramakrishna says, all these are flowers. Once the fruit comes up, the flowers will. The flower behind or within is the seed formation and the fruit is attached to it. When the fruit has come up, the flower falls off. Like that, all these religious instructions we see, most of them are not essentials. Love of God is essential. To express their love, now I love someone. How will I express my love? I give them something. I endear them. All these are through acts. So worship is where I slowly express my love and offer myself to the Lord. So essentials and non-essentials. You can offer anything, but there is a systematic way and a philosophy behind in Hinduism. In worship, you offer your senses. Pancha Jnanendriya, which gives us Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha. These 5 senses are offered in the worship. I like eating something, give it to God. I like the sight, give it to God. Whatever you like. You like beautiful music, offer it to God. So, all the 5 senses, Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha, that which perceives these 5 senses, eyes, ears, nose for smell, skin for the touch, and then the tongue for the taste. All the 5 senses are offered in some way or other through the worship. And in japa, while doing japa, we offer our mind through japa. Through dhyana, we offer our intellect. Through seva, we offer our bodily existence. All are offered to God. this offering of our parts that we are going to use in the world, some time let it be with God for His service also. So that aspect is called worship. So worship is total. Similarly, japa, mind is offered. I have to keep my mind on God and open my heart. So heart is common everywhere. And I'm repeating. So mind is being offered. It is taken away from the world and kept there. Then comes the intellect, which is used in the meditation. In meditation, I use intellect to penetrate into the reality. So these are various levels that we see and being offered. So the tantric worship, after a while, M and Narendra arrived and bowed down before Sri Ramakrishna. Narendra. The master had previously informed M that he would be at Ishan's house. Master joked about the delay in serving their meal. Time, because so many people gather and arrangements are to be done, cooking has to go on. Then very often it becomes late. In Indian context, it is very common. 12 o'clock means they will start giving it 1 o'clock. Delay is accepted. With that understanding only they arrive. They arrive a little late. So, serving their meal. One of the scholars quoted a Sanskrit verse about the anxiety created in people's mind by the pangs of hunger. Hunger is creating, and people are delaying the food, and stomach is giving the alarm. Proceeding to explain the verse, he said, "The study of philosophy is indeed edifying, but poetry is more fascinating than philosophy. People listening to good poems think of the study of philosophy, Vedanta, Nyaya, Sankhya, and so forth, are dry and insipid. Again, music is more attractive than poetry. Music melts even the heart of stone. But beautiful woman has even greater attraction for man's heart than music. Such is a woman passing by diverts the man's attention from both poetry and music. But when the man feels pangs of hunger, everything else, poetry, music, woman, appears of no consequence. Thus the hunger is most arresting thing. How a man is ready to give up one for the other. Last, when it comes, when hunger possesses the man, he is ready to give up everything. Because it is going to catch his life. Very often we see this. What is most dear to man, Akbar wanted to test. Each one was asked in the ministers and all in the court, who likes what? It did not end. Next, it is going to continue in the next session. And everybody, one said, most dearest relationship with mother and child. The mother is ready to sacrifice her all for. Suppose a tiger is going to catch the child, she's afraid of a cockroach. Such a woman, she faces the tiger, hiding the child behind. And each one was giving example. Then one person brought a monkey with a small baby. He said, one loves oneself more than anything. Then everybody was what is he telling? Mother is ready to give her life for the child. Husband is ready to give his life for his wife. And one loves oneself more than anyone. Then he demonstrates. He put that monkey with baby in a drum and went on leaving the water. The water was raising, the baby was in the stomach, and as the water is increasing to stomach level, the mother monkey put the baby on her shoulder. As it was coming up, she put the child, it came to neck level. She put the baby on her head and she's standing. When it came to the nose, she put the baby below and stood on it. That one, how? Oh, then he said, look, even the dearest baby was put inside the water when her life was going to. And the one loves oneself more than anything. All the other things are external. So that is what we see here, that is brought out. When hunger comes, what happens? Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.